The only streamer that cares.
You know what the most important part of any live stream is? The chat.
That's true. I'm going to say that. If you're ever going to start streaming or you're ever going to start a YouTube, the most important part is the chat. Now, sometimes I have people in my chat, sometimes I don't. That's just the name of the game when you're starting new. But when I had the body cam video I had one chatter, and it made it so much more. It's so easy. It's so much more comfortable when you have a chat to talk to. It's almost like a conversation, you know? Like it's hard to talk to yourself, but when there's people that are giving their input too, it's so much easier. So
streamers chat. Together they decide what games get played, what videos get watched, and the streamers who keep them entertained get paid. It sounds pretty easy, right?
Dude, I forgot about that. XQZ, he got the 10 mil kick. The 10 mil kick contract. That was crazy. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, that was like considered one of the biggest like contracts like ever for like a streamer. Yeah, it's like on the same level of like a basketball player. Like since it's like esports, he's now considered like one of the it's like up there with professional athletes. Like that's insane to me. Like streamers are getting athlete like money. Like I would have never thought that would ever happen.
The problem is chat never wants just one thing. There's thousands of people all asking for something different, and no matter what you do, someone's unhappy. The biggest streamers learn to follow the majority and keep the party moving. Because
can we not watch this video? Can we skip? Let's skip, dude. Come on.
You don't leave 10,000 people hanging over a single name in the chat. But what happens when the needs of the one are a matter of life and death?
My girlfriend of 3 years took her own life in November of 2025. Losing my best friend and the person I love most in the world. I'm feeling like my life is no longer worth living, and I've been falling into a bad habit of drug addiction, leading me to on MDMA in December. I don't want to be here anymore.
This is Joe Bartolozzi.
Wow. That's fucked up that happened. However, I don't get the idea of going to a streamer for your like help. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand that aspect of it. Like sure, Joe Bartolozzi went to college for philosophy, but he's not a therapist. And like he'll stop everything for these kinds of chatters that are desperate need of help, but I don't get why they think he has to help. He doesn't have to help. He will, so people will just go to him. But you shouldn't rely on a streamer for your mental health like being solved by them. Like a streamer is not gonna get you the help you need. You need to go get help. A streamer, he can point you in the direction, but he's not gonna get you help. He's not gonna make you better.
He's one of the only streamers that stops everything when someone needs help.
If a chatter of mine is coming into my chat saying they're suicidal, I am first and foremost going to read their message.
But when you do this, when you make yourself the person people turn to at their lowest, you're also now the one who has to carry the weight of it. Because now you're surrounded by darkness.
Today I decided to end everything. Got a shotgun, can't find it in me to love myself.
Now you're giving away pieces of yourself to everyone around you.
People are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't.
Now it feels like the whole world is on your shoulders.
Now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start themselves.
That's a heavy weight to pick up, and we want.
Damn, that would suck. That would suck to have. Like I wanna make it big one day, but that would probably that would be the hardest part. If someone went to me and was like, "Hey man, your videos or your streams saved my life," that's a whole nother level to this thing. Like it's not fun anymore in a way. It's serious now. Like. I don't know. That's really hard.
I don't know why.
That's
Who
really,
is Joe
really
Bartolozzi, and why do you care so deeply about some of the things that you do? Which is maybe a little deep for 10:30 in the morning, but
no, it's all right.
Joe Bartolozzi was born on February 6, 2002, and grew up in southern New Jersey. Joe wasn't the kid you have picked to become famous online. He was the small, quiet kid, the one getting picked last for everything.
I was kind of like the lanky kid that didn't really know how to control his body, so that's why I was picked last.
But by high school, things started turning around. He hit his growth spurt, got into lifting, and went from being the kid nobody picked to a legitimate athlete. So,
damn, look at him.
Joe's a track athlete at a Catholic prep school in New Jersey, working part-time.
That picture. Oh, man, that picture. Dude, that picture.
Working
dude, he's so locked
GNC,
in.
Heading towards a
He's so locked in.
And then a Chinese tech company bought a dying lip syncing app.
TikTok is the latest app to capture the attention of teens and young adults across the world.
God, I remember when TikTok first came out. And I was like, I'm never downloading that shit. That's lame. That's for lame people. I'm not downloading it. I downloaded it and I liked it. It was great. I felt like I belonged here. No. I deleted it after the whole security thing. You remember when it was getting banned? I deleted it then. And then people were like, "Oh, it's not getting banned." And I never reinstalled it because I didn't know if they were gonna keep updating it or not. And I didn't want a bunch of fucking hackers or fucking viruses getting on my fucking phone through that shit.
A Chinese company called ByteDance bought the relatively dead app Musical.ly. They gutted it, rebranded it, and on August 2nd, 2018, TikTok officially hit the App Store.
TikTok.
Now, early on, TikTok was mostly just the same creators who came over from Musical.ly. So all of those cringy lip sync videos and the reputation that came with them carried straight over.
Going through your parents' divorce is more fun than going through TikTok.
For a while there, TikTok as a whole was pretty cringy.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of.
But even with that reputation, Joe figured he'd try it anyway. He posted his first TikTok in December of 2019, and it got a few hundred likes, which is nothing crazy, but it was enough to make him post another one, and another one, and he just kept going. Within a few months, he went from pointing at text on a screen to actually talking, ranting straight to the camera about whatever stupid thing pissed him off that day.
There's no looking left or right in the urinal at all times.
This is where Joe carved out his lane.
I mean, that's true. I mean, you don't look left or right. Straight ahead. You don't look anywhere. Straight ahead.
He became the loud guy in the beanie who'd yell about people who drink sparkling water or crash out over some DIY tutorial.
The coffee pot's floating!
Dude, I remember... this is how I first found Joe. Joe Bart. Like, I didn't find him on, like, YouTube or Twitch or anything like that. I found him on TikTok. That's the best thing TikTok gave me was Joe Bartolozzi. And I remember every day I would refresh his page waiting for more. And then I was like, let me go see if he had a YouTube or something. And
suddenly,
then,
TikTokers
boom.
were performing at NBA halftime shows or hanging with the Kardashians. I mean, the D'Amelios were dropping a reality show on Hulu. It was the biggest app in the world, and Joe had gotten in early.
6 months after you started posting, if I'm not mistaken, you had over 1 million followers on TikTok.
2020 TikTok, you could literally post anything, and if it got any amount of views, half the people that saw it would follow you.
So now you've got a teenage guy, fresh out of high school, with millions of people watching his every move. But what do you think this does to a person?
It's not...
It's a lot of... It's a lot of pressure, no? It's a lot of pressure. No, not even that. It's... Man, you become famous when you're young. It's probably gonna be like ego.
The same guys as like a Disney star, right? Because I was nowhere near that level. But it's just the idea of like, I was a teenager that's getting clout.
Yeah, it was
and
ego.
I think 99% of the time, that's bad.
And Joe was no exception. All of those views, all that attention that comes with internet fame, it went straight to his head.
I went from being a really insecure, it was like two polar opposites, right? And I had to find the medium. Like, I used to be really insecure when I was in like middle school or early high school, to a point where like I started working out, I started doing this, and then it went like full flop to like narcissism. And so it was like an obsession with myself because of insecurity that then inflated my ego to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm awesome.
And you can see it in the content from that era. The captions, the attitude, the way that he carried himself.
So this is my proposal for any women out there that would like to participate in the holiday but don't have
Bah.
anybody to assist them. I'm here.
This is the
National Suck D-Day. Are you serious right now? That's a day? That's a day?
that Joe doesn't like.
That person in that facade I had to do to create that character actually became me for a short period of time, and I hated it.
But as much as Joe hates this version of himself, he also kind of owes everything to him, because that ego is what gave him the confidence.
I mean,
and
that's
drive to
true.
start making
That's
bigger swings in his career. And when you're
that's the
building yourself
TikTok
from the
Joe that
ground
I
up, those two
watched.
things can be the difference between success and failure. You see, everyone wants to start their own thing until they realize how much work starting actually takes. Building your website, setting up payments, all the boring stuff. And most people don't quit because the idea was bad. They quit because the setup got in the way. That's where WAP comes in. WAP is WAP.com today. But now back to Joe
Thank
and
you, WAP,
business he was
for
just starting to
supporting
build.
my guy.
It started with diversifying his audience, because unlike YouTube or Twitch, your follower count is kind of empty on TikTok. You can have 1 million
Yeah,
followers
it's kind of, what's the word? Inflated, rather. Because you could accidentally follow someone and just keep scrolling. Or you could be like, oh, that's kind of funny, and follow them and never watch them again. So followers is kind of...
because the platform simply doesn't pay its creators anything worthwhile.
Like,
Yeah.
I was probably making, like, what?
Followers is
10K.
kind of more like
I was making less
the
than minimum
like
wage.
system on
So in the
YouTube,
summer of
if that makes
2020,
any
just
sense.
before starting his freshman year of college, Joe announced his first ever Twitch stream.
I'm gonna start streaming video games on Twitch in a day or two.
He started moving viewers from TikTok to Twitch, where he'd stream games like Rocket League and Fall Guys.
Oh, I got it!
Then he'd take the best moments from those streams and post them to YouTube. By
Yeah,
fall of
that's-
that
that's
year,
what I'm
Joe was
doing.
juggling multiple TikTok
That's what I be
uploads a day,
doing.
streaming on Twitch, making YouTube content, all while managing his classwork in college.
What was the schedule like in college? There's so much going on. How do you manage that?
It was a lot. Like, balancing streaming and college sucked. But it was so doable. And I hate when streamers say, oh, I really needed to drop out to pursue streaming. Like, get the out of here. I was growing and in college the entire time. Thank you for...
I was going to college at one point in time. I didn't drop out because I wanted to do streaming. I wanted to do streaming, but that's not the reason why I dropped out. I have no money. that I just ran out of money, that's all. But I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. You shouldn't quit your education to pursue streaming. On that same vein, though, you shouldn't go to college if you don't want to go to college. If that like, you know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't force yourself to go anywhere you don't want to be.
3 million followers.
4 million followers!
By December, Joe had cleared 5 million followers on TikTok. And just a few months after his first stream, Joe was pulling in nearly 1,000 average viewers on Twitch.
It's gonna be me one day.
So obsessed with performance.
Joe was constantly studying social media, trying to understand what made videos pop, what people responded to, and why certain videos failed. That confidence had turned into a full-blown obsession. But because of it, Joe was starting to not like the person he saw in the mirror.
I'm trying to map out where the ego kind of starts to disappear versus... Like, was there a low point, a moment where you're like, holy, I gotta change?
Yeah, I don't really... I don't think there was, like, an aha, right? It wasn't like a light switch flip. It was more over the span of, like, a 6-month period where I was like, I'm kind of being a dickhead.
Yeah.
Coupled with a variety of things. So I don't know if you can include this in the video. That's up to you. I tripped on mushrooms for the first time, like, and I hate when people talk about like that being a genuine
like a
changing
ego
factor
death
in their life, because
That's
it's
kinda...
like, okay, cornball, like that's what made you.
Man, I had a buddy in high school. He did mushrooms, and he had that. I think it's ego death or whatever. Like he basically died, and then he came back, and he was never the same. I want to say he was a little bit better, but he was. I don't know. He was. That was a crazy situation. I wasn't there when it happened. I knew him before and I knew him after. Like that was a crazy thing that happened. And me and my buddies, we still talk about it sometimes, and yeah, that's I don't know. I don't think I could ever do fucking shrooms or anything like that. I feel like that just fucked me up.
You know, really have that light switch. But I think it was like, it was a part of it, you know, like it removed the grooves of life that I have gotten into, and it made me reset to a point where I had to kind of look in myself. A lot of the people that I knew in philosophy classes as well were sharing ideas that, you know, I may have heard but not resonated or understood fully. It was so much like, wow, I'm gonna die one day. I should kind of treat people in a way that's like, this is our only life. And I credit my viewers a lot because in that time, parasocial rules.
Yeah, treat others how you want to be treated. I know it's the overused golden rule or whatever, but it's true. Treat others how you want to be treated. You know, like there's no point on being like mean. You know, there's no point. There's no point in that. Like why do that? Like there's no point.
Relationships built a
Just
little
be
bit,
nice.
which is bad. But at the same time, there were people coming to me for the first time going, I want to myself.
You were chatting to your last streamer because you're ending it all. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Damn, this was happening like when he first started. Fuck, dude, that's like 5 years of this shit he's been doing. 5 years of people coming to him.
If there was a moment of like
5 years of people coming to him like, hey, I'm gonna kill myself. That's insane. That's crazy.
What happened? One of my subs just said he's gonna kill himself. Dude, do you need help?
Because I was going, yeah, even though I'm 19, you know, there are people that actually look up to me in a way that's like, I need to be better at.
Life is the best thing that will ever happen. No matter how bad it can get, life is amazing.
Now, put yourself in that.
That's true. Chat. All life is precious. And life will get better. There's a saying that I read the other day. It said, all feelings are not forever. Just remember that. Not all feelings are forever.
Share for a second. You're 19 years old. You started streaming to play video games, to have fun and make people laugh. And somebody you've never met just told you they're planning their own death. And out of everyone in their life, they picked you to tell.
I feel like no one cares and I want to end it all. I have a date planned, so you'll probably never see me again. I want to say you make me laugh a lot. I'm going to kill myself October 2nd. No one will remember me.
And this kept happening. Joe would go live, and sooner or later, somebody would show up in a genuine crisis.
Man, my problem would be like, who's faking? Like, who is just doing this for attention? Like, I don't know what. Because for me, I would want to say something, right? But saying something just invites people to fake it. You know what I mean?
To a Twitch chat.
Don't want to be a mood killer. I just want to say my family basically bullies me every day, and I can't get them to stop. I've been thinking about suicide a lot.
When Joe first started getting these messages from chatters, his initial response was the same as anyone with the hearts would be. He wanted to help. Both on stream and off of it, Joe took the time to talk with those viewers, getting to know them on a personal level and giving them real advice just like you would with a friend.
You guys,
that's hard.
Mean the world to me. If you need help with something like that, I can try my best. So that's why I'm kind of chilling or pausing the stream for the last like 15 minutes to talk about this, because that's important.
But there's a harsh reality that all streamers have to learn eventually. Your viewers aren't your friends. They can't be.
I have had probably 20 people come to me about themselves, like on live. The first 2 times it's happened, I have tried to like help them, and then it just ended badly in terms of them getting parasocial towards me and then nonstop coming to me.
You see, the relationship between a streamer and a viewer is way more complicated than a normal friendship. When you spend hours watching someone through a screen, day after day, your brain starts doing something weird. You pick up their sense of humor. You learn their opinions, their moods, what makes them laugh.
Yeah, so that's like the harsh reality. Is when I have one viewer in my chat and we're talking like direct to each other, we're still not friends, right? I am, well, for this case, I'm the entertainer, right? Like, I am entertaining. Or at least I'm trying to be entertaining. I'm the entertainer, and there's the viewer. Like, there's no personal connection, right? You are seeing a lot of me. I will never see a little bit of you. I like that. That's just how it is, and that's just the way it is, and that's the way it has to be for streaming to work, and for entertainers and viewers to work in a live setting. That's how it has to work, right? Like, there's no other way around it.
You come to know them the way you'd know a friend, except they have no idea you even exist.
Exactly. Like, I don't really know. I don't.
This is what's called
I'll
a
never know
parasocial
you.
Relationship, and it can be a dangerous thing.
Now, a scary home invasion as 3 masked intruders with guns grab a popular influencer by the hair, demanding money.
3 guys came into my room, turned all the lights on, and then they had the gun pointed at me.
While most parasocial relationships don't reach this level, there's always a possibility that it can.
3 popular Twitch streamers face a terrifying encounter while live streaming along the Santa Monica Pier.
I'll kill you right now. I'll kill you right now. If the streamer leans too far one way, they might come across as uninterested or cold, but lean too far the other, and viewers can mistake an occasional reply for friendship.
Please stop following me. It's getting weird. It's getting strange. I don't know you, okay? So please leave.
Damn. Yo, I'll never IRL stream. Yo, I would never IRL stream, no matter how big I get, bro, or how small I stay. Like, there's no amount of money could get me. I love to travel. Like, I love to go places. I used to not, but I really like going places. I could not stream it though.
Me alone.
That is a risk I'm not willing to take.
Because now that attention can turn into expectation. And when the expectation of a response to the next chat isn't met, it can feel less like being ignored by a streamer and more like a betrayal by someone that they thought they knew.
It's a weird parasocial relationship that forms, and you're not even aware that this person is forming that typically until they're like about to show up, or they do show up.
The gap is hard to manage, which is why most streamers keep a barrier up around the heavy personal stuff.
My sis is dead.
Right, let's try and keep it positive.
Please don't talk about side in my chat, please. This is something I just don't like to hear or talk about, you know.
And you can't really blame them. At the end of the day, streamers are supposed to entertain.
I will say they're being cold about it, but you have to be. you gotta shut that down. Like, hey, don't tell me that so and so died. Don't tell me that you're gonna kill yourself. Like, I'm not the one, right? I'm not the one to help you. I'm not the one to hear it. I'm not the one to tell you whatever. Like, that's just.
There has to be a boundary between caring about the people watching and becoming responsible for everything that they bring into the chat.
They become too attached to you, where they see you as an actual friend that they have. So I feel like that is kind of a boundary that you have to set as a streamer. But it's hard to gauge where that line is.
Joe had every reason to draw that same boundary. He'd answered the heavy messages, taken conversations off stream, and learned what could happen when things become too parasocial.
The first 2 times I helped somebody with, like, issues, they just kept messaging me, and then they got upset when I stopped messaging them. So it's more so of that issue.
But mental health meant too much to him. Ignoring somebody who might not make it through the night was never a choice he could live with. After those early mistakes, Joe implemented 2
I mean, that's the problem. That's the it's so heavy, right? Like, you can't just ignore them. You just can't. You can't just ignore that, right? You have to do something. You feel like you're almost responsible in a way, but you also have to remember that you're not either. So it's so that's so hard. Like, I understand why Joe is like letting himself like almost get walked on in a way. You know what I mean?
That would eliminate those odd parasocial dynamics from coming into the picture. For starters, he removed any one-on-one interaction. All conversations with chatters were strictly held on stream from the Twitch chat.
I've prepared to go, tired of waiting for things to improve. You are my escape. Thank you, dude. If you're saying you're gonna self, don't. I know this was 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still here.
And second, but most importantly, he made the pivot from trying to be the help himself and became the middleman.
Fine if you're depressed and you want to come to me for advice, but when it comes to the gravity of seeking an expert is better than seeking Joe Bartolozzi, a Twitch streamer, TikToker. You know what I mean?
For those who came into the chat looking for help,
Yeah,
Joe was
exactly.
there to give them a few encouraging words and push them in the right direction.
I've had not so good thoughts, if you know what I mean, and listening to your advice and others has helped me even during those hard times. If you ever have thoughts, reach out to somebody, genuinely. Go to a therapist, psychiatrist, talk to somebody that can help you. It's not the answer. Like, there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator, especially seeing that I don't know the person. So that's why I try to do the charity streams for, like, you know, 988 or AFSP or Trevor Project. We're doing reactions today. And it's a charity stream. We raised $2,700, which was matched 3x by the Melinda Bill Gates Foundation. So dub in the chat for that. Goes to a good cause, saving lives.
And for a while, this worked pretty
I
well.
would love to do
While it seems kind of
a
small,
charity
Joe's
stream.
brief but encouraging
That'd be
words were
fun.
actually making a difference in people's lives.
Been subbed for a year now, and I want to say thank you for helping me through this past year with having to deal with my grandpa's suicide and my own personal problems. You're definitely my favorite top streamer, and I hope you never stop.
But by the time Joe graduated college, things had started to change. His viewer count climbed to some of the highest in all of streaming, and managing the expectation of that many chatters is a totally different beast.
Oh yeah,
Like, right
he's
now, I
he's
average
getting
10,
crazy
10.
views.
Chat's horrible.
Yeah?
Like, yeah. I gotta lock in. I want to get into the videos. I'm starting to get stressed the f out. I'm starting to get stressed the f out. I could tell this was gonna happen at the start of stream when I got like 9 messages just unloaded onto me.
With this many viewers watching, Joe found himself caught between two groups that wanted completely different things from him. Because on one hand, some viewers felt that he wasn't doing enough to help.
I guess even my favorite streamer doesn't care about me. Lame comment. I have 5,000 people in my stream that are spamming right now. I'm also playing a video game. And then I don't respond to you and you pull this guilt trip here.
But on the other hand, there was a totally different group of viewers that were tired of the stream constantly
That's so lame. That's so lame. I guess my favorite streamer doesn't even care about me. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Like, that is so lame. You're
Jesus,
lame,
dude,
dog.
I like watching your streams, but when you go on rants like this, that's all you do all the time. That's annoying. Play the game. Do me a favor and never watch me again. Do me a favor and go f yourself.
No matter what Joe did, someone felt ignored, and the messages were starting to get more demanding. Early on, people would briefly mention that they were struggling, and Joe would offer a few words of encouragement. Now, they wanted more.
Like, every stream, it's been getting more and more and more and more, like, involved, where people are genuinely asking me to fix their problems. I can't. I'm sorry.
But the hardest part was figuring out who genuinely needed help and who was only looking for attention.
How do you balance keeping everybody happy and then also sorting through people who are just doing it for attention?
I mean, that's the struggle. Because I'm a suicide prevention advocate, that is an avenue that a lot of people use to manipulate their way into being noticed or speaking to me on stream. And so, yeah, if there's 10 chats saying they're suicidal, 6 of them are fake. Because I do so much mental health advocacy, the amount of people that come in my chat fake being suicidal is absurd. I had one chatter that came in and they say, hey, I'm the mother of so-and-so. He took his own life. I just wanted to let you know you were his favorite streamer. I'm sorry that he took his life. I don't really know what to say. I'm sorry. I hope you're all right. I'm sorry for the loss of your son. Ugh. Come to find out, they come back a month later and they're like, my brother typed that, Bandit blocked him. You're the chatter I knew.
What? You fake, right? Your mom typing on your account that you killed yourself and you come back? That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
That's fucking weird as shit.
This leaves Joe stuck making a decision that's difficult to get right.
Are we
If I'm being
serious
honest,
right now?
I think a large portion of people that come into my chat
and
say
bro.
stuff that's idle are lying. But I have to treat them all as if they're real, because then I could, on an off chance, not take somebody seriously that is serious. And that's the worst thing you could do.
Ignoring the wrong message could have serious consequences, but responding to every message was impossible, and the pressure of trying was beginning to wear him down.
I feel bad, and I've talked about this. It's like, I wish I could help, but like sometimes I can't, you know? Like there's only so much I'm able to do as a creator, especially seeing that I don't know the person.
But there's one message that weighs on Joe the most. It's one that he's heard over and over again, that for some viewers, he's the only reason that they're still alive.
Damn.
You were there when my dad passed. You saved me from ending my own life more than anyone should. I've realized so much because of you. I can't thank you enough. You unknowingly have helped me with a lot. My life has gotten a lot better since watching you from your philosophy stuff. Never had a favorite streamer until I watched your streams, and it kind of saved my life, no pressure. I wanted to myself, you saved my life. I did not save your life, you saved...
Bro, you saved my life, no pressure? That's not how that works. You can't just say no pressure. And like what he's about to say, he did not save your life. You saved your own life.
Saved your own life. Please get the help you need, though. If I'm the only reason that you stopped, you know, wanting to kill yourself in that moment, you need a lot of help outside of just watching my content.
When you hear some of those stories, how big of a toll does that take on you? Because, like, I don't know, I'm watching through some of their clips, talking to people like this, a lot of the chat is asking, who is checking on Joe?
I mean, I'm starting therapy soon. I'm not saying it's bad to have my videos as like something to fall back on to make you feel happier versus like, I don't know, your videos are the only thing that's keeping me alive.
Take a second and think about what that actually means for the person receiving it. Somebody just told
Joe
you
Bartolozzi shouldn't be the reason why you're still around.
Don't tell me that. Like, I'm glad I'm able to help, man, but like, get help. Like, get help. Please.
So what happens if you take a break? What happens if you burn out and quit? On some level, Joe now feels like he has to keep posting, because somewhere out there, somebody's hanging on by his streaming schedule.
There will be people that will like come to my chat and they're like, hey, you prevented me from killing myself because I saw one of your videos and it made me laugh. On surface level, that's great. If you're me, now I'm going, oh, if I stop posting, people are gonna start killing themselves.
And beyond the pressure, there's the sheer exposure to darkness.
Like, you can't... That's
DMs
hard.
and chat
That's
are
a hard,
constant stream of people's lowest moments.
I guess, balance, right?
And when you're surrounded by that much pain for that long, it eventually starts to get in.
That's like the one thing is the emotional drain, I guess. Like, I put a lot out.
After every stream, Joe sits there for an hour just coming back down from what the job took out of him.
Like, when I'm done stream, I get off. I literally sit there in, like, silence for maybe an hour. I need, like, time to decompress just because that is a lot at times. It takes a toll, and I've gotten used to it, but it kind of builds. Like, I'll be good for a month, and then there will be a week where I'm just, like, not there emotionally, I guess. And that's, like, a problem.
So the obvious question is, why keep doing it? Every other streamer proved you can just let the messages scroll and the career survives. Joe could put up the full wall tomorrow and nobody could really blame him.
I'm not sitting here acting like I'm some role model, but if people are going through stuff and I recognize that they're watching my content to help them, that I want them to have some sort of guidance of redirection to be better themselves.
Yeah, I guess like he said before, I'm almost like a middleman.
Joe did the math and decided helping people is worth what it costs him.
I enjoy making people happy more than the other aspects of the job. And that's what enables me to deal with this too. Like, a lot of people are like, oh, push through the negative because you make money. I think I push through the negative because I can affect people more positively here than any other job that I could possibly be doing.
But once he saw what his platform could do for people at their lowest, walking away from that stopped being an option he could live with.
Thank you. My mom was diagnosed with cancer about 9 months ago.
Sorry to hear that.
We would watch your videos and streams. We loved your philosophy streams. She also majored in philosophy.
Really?
A week ago I found out she has
two more days to live. One of the final things we did was watch one of your YouTube videos. Your videos remind me of good memories. She passed away yesterday and you helped me cope. Just wanted to say thank you so much. You helped more than you'll ever know. Oh my God. Yo, that's just gonna make me cry.
Yeah, that is... Oh, man.
It's a f***ing weird job, dude. It's a weird job. in
That's
social
crazy.
media. There's a lot of but it's one of the most like rewarding experiences. Just to be able to be someone to help other people is something that I want to do. Yeah, the money's good. Yeah, it's fun to play video games and but like on a deeper level, dude, being able to make people's days is like genuinely what I want to do. And I'm glad that I can.
Chat, that was a really good video. That was a really good video. Hey, subscribe to the Golf Cart. Give it a like. Can't wait to watch this again when Joe Bart reacts to it, bro. Yeah, that's gonna be me later. I think he already has reacted to it. I think he might be. Ludwig has.